you've got this new Supreme Court case filed by the state of Texas against the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the state of Georgia, the state of Michigan, and the state of Wisconsin, filed by the Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton. And in this, really, it's three major issues. One is that the electors clause has been violated because the state legislatures didn't make these rule changes the way they are supposed to under the Constitution. You've got due process claims, equal protections claims. But we have a good question that came in. So they said, American Patriot on the YouTube Super Chat said, so what happens when one state refuses the election's electoral votes? Now, Texas is getting out ahead of that, Dad.
That's exactly why this is filed.
Listen, it's not that we're rejecting your electoral votes. It's that you should be going about placing your electors, selecting your electors a different way because your elections were too tainted.
Yeah, so let me read right from the actual complaint. So when you start these cases with original jurisdiction, so it's at the Supreme Court. It's not going to the lower courts. It's at the Supreme Court. Excuse me. Lawful elections are at the heart of our constitutional democracy. The public and indeed the candidates themselves have a compelling interest in ensuring that the selection of a president, any president, is legitimate. If that trust is lost, the American experiment will founder. A dark cloud hangs over the 2020 presidential election. Our country stands at an important crossroads. Either the Constitution matters and must be followed. I'm going to read that again. Either the Constitution matters and must be followed, even when some officials consider it inconvenient or out of date, or it is simply a piece of parchment on the display at the National Archives. We ask the court to choose the former. So here's what you have. You have a preemptive, in a sense, I think, Jordan, it's a very accurate way of saying it, of getting ahead of what is a mess, because you've got litigation going on in these four states right now. Now, the order would probably be for additional briefing if they were interested in the case.
I would think so, yes. The Supreme Court.
Electors have been seated.
Well, they were supposed to have been seated at noon Eastern time today, December 8th. Yeah.
But they don't vote until the 14th.
That's correct.
So the safe harbor is in what they call the safe harbor. How significant do you see this?
This is very significant because the litigation that has been filed by Texas against Pennsylvania and these other jurisdictions is an extremely important case because what it says is this. Remember, it's being brought on behalf of the citizens of Texas against the citizens of other jurisdictions of other states. And it's saying the way you went about choosing your electors violated the Constitution of the United States in that you did not allow your legislatures to have their laws followed in the implementation of the election and the selection of those people who are the electors who elect the President of the United States. Remember, in the United States, we don't have a popular vote of the President. We vote for electors who in turn vote for the President on December 14th. It'll be this year. And what this is saying is you violated equal protection of the law in the way you conducted, you states who are defendants, in the way you conducted your elections. You diluted the electoral votes of the Texas people, and you therefore violated the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution. This is a critical case. I want to say something that really, I applaud Ken Paxton, the Attorney General of Texas, who had the incredible courage of his conviction to find the way to challenge these other states who didn't do it, who wouldn't do it the right way, who would not convene their legislatures. But Ken Paxton is a stand-up guy. He did the right thing. He's going to take a lot of flack for it, I'm sure, but he did the right thing, Jay, in what he did in filing this lawsuit.
Look, Ken Paxton is a patriot, and you're right. He'll get flack because that's the way the media is. But he did the right thing. He has a quote from John Adams, Harry, I thought was very interesting in the beginning of the brief. It says, that form of government which is best contrived to secure an impartial and exact execution of the law is the best of republics. And that's really what you're talking about here. This election has been a mess.